God says, "My beloved child, this moment is not ordinary. It has been chosen from eternity for you." Archangel Michael says, "I ordered you to open this now. You have been warned many times in whispers, in signs, in sudden chills in the night, and still you hesitated. But now no hesitation can remain, because someone in your family who has already passed away is standing near you, longing to deliver a truth that has been carried in silence for years. Open suddenly with your heart, with your soul, with your very breath aligned with heaven, because this message cannot wait another day, another hour, another second. My child, listen carefully, because heaven is trembling with urgency. Angels have gathered in silence, and your departed loved one is weeping and pleading to be heard through this message. The one who has crossed over has not left you in spirit. They have walked beside you in your darkest nights. They have prayed for your strength. They have spoken your name in the courts of heaven. They have seen your tears. They have seen your struggles, and they are restless until you know the truth that has been hidden from you. They have pressed upon Archangel Michael with desperation, begging him to deliver this word. And Michael himself, the protector, the warrior, the one who never bends to falsehood, finally broke through the barriers of silence to come before you. That is why he cries out with thunder, "I ordered you to open this now." He says, if you ignore this one more time, the voice of your family member will fade into grief, and their message will remain trapped. My child, heaven does not want you to live in blindness. Heaven wants you to see. The one who speaks is not gone. They are alive in the eternal light, and they have been given permission by God to stand at the veil and press their heart against yours. They come not to frighten you, but to reveal. They say, "I could not tell you when I was on the earth. I could not speak it because I was bound by fear, by circumstance, by things I did not understand. But now that I am free, I must speak. You must know this before it is too late." Their voice trembles, their words shake the atmosphere, and Archangel Michael himself stands beside them with his sword drawn, saying, "Child of God, take this seriously. This is no ordinary whisper. This is not imagination. This is a divine disclosure, and you have been chosen to hear it. My child, your departed one says there was something kept from you, something that was done in silence. And though the world pretended not to know, heaven saw it. They say, I loved you so much, but I carried a secret to my grave, and it burns in me until you hear it. They want you to know that certain people around you deceived you. They want you to know that some words spoken about you were lies. They want you to know that choices you blamed yourself for were not your fault, because forces were working against you. And now they cannot rest until you understand that none of it was because you were unworthy, none of it was because you failed, but because darkness had surrounded your path, and you were innocent in ways you did not see. Archangel Michael says, My child, I am standing in your home this moment. I am commanding this truth to be delivered. Because if you do not hear it now, a cycle will repeat in your life that was never meant to repeat. The same pain that tormented your family member, the same chains that held them in silence, are reaching for you. But I will not allow it. That is why I warned you. That is why I shouted. I ordered you to open this now, because if you delay, it will wrap around you. But if you listen, you will break free, and your family's story will no longer haunt you. This spirit of the one you loved is whispering, I am sorry I did not tell you before. I am sorry I left without saying the truth, but God has given me this chance to speak to you now. Please do not ignore me. please do not turn away. They say there is something connected to your bloodline, something hidden that you must confront. And if you do not confront it, it will keep working against your destiny. They say, I wanted to protect you, I wanted to shield you, but I could not while I was alive. Now, in the light of eternity, I am stronger, and I can help you see. The truth is coming to you now through the voice of God and the sword of Michael. My child, do you feel the weight of heaven around you? Do you feel the stillness in the room as if unseen eyes are watching? That is not your imagination. Angels are there. They are surrounding you. They are holding their breath, because this is the moment everything shifts for you. Your loved one stands with tears and fire in their eyes, reaching through the veil, saying, you were meant to know, you were chosen to hear. This is why heaven delayed certain things in your life, because this moment had to come first. And Archangel Michael, with his voice like thunder, declares, enough of the lies, enough of the hiding, the truth must be revealed. Now, child of God, do not doubt, do not dismiss this, do not let fear trick you into silence, for if you reject this message, heaven will weep, and your loved one will retreat into sorrow. But if you receive it, doors will open, curses will break, and your destiny will shine brighter than ever. Your family member is saying, tell them I still love them. Tell them I never stopped watching over them. Tell them they are not alone, not forsaken, not abandoned. Tell them they must trust God, because God is about to turn everything around for them. Even now you are being prepared. Archangel Michael is drawing a line of fire around you. He is saying no harm will touch this child. No deception will blind them again. I will fight for them. I will protect them. I will shield them. And God says, my child, I'm with you. Do not fear the truth, for the truth will set you free. Do not fear the revelation, for revelation is light, and light drives out the darkness. This is why your loved one pressed through eternity to speak now. This is why I commanded Michael to intervene, because this moment is divine. The voice from beyond the veil grows stronger now. They say, please listen to me. You thought I was gone, but I never left your side. You thought I was silent, but I have shouted your name in heaven. You thought I was powerless, but God has given me strength to stand here now to say to you, do not trust every smile. Do not trust every hand that pretends to help you, because there are those even near you who are not what they seem. They say the truth I bring will shock you, but it will also set you free. The truth is that heaven has chosen you for a path greater than you imagined, and that is why darkness tried so hard to confuse you. But you are stronger than you think. And I will walk with you until you reach your promise. And God says, listen, child, because the one you loved is not bound by death. In my kingdom they live, they rejoice, they shine, they carry your name like a crown, and they will not stop until you know how deeply you are loved. Trust this. Trust me. Trust Michael, who stands with a drawn sword, saying, if you delay, you will regret it. If you obey, you will be free. Archangel Michael says you must not ignore this. You have been chosen to hear this because your spirit is awake. Because your prayers, even when whispered in sorrow, traveled faster than lightning to the throne of God. There is an urgency here, a divine alarm ringing in heaven's halls. Because your family member who crossed over has carried a secret, a truth, and a desperate plea. They have tried to send you signs through repeating numbers, through shadows at the edge of your sight, through sudden scents of perfume or smoke or flowers that you could not explain. And yet your human mind brushed them aside. But God says no more brushing aside, no more delay. It is here. Open your spirit, open your heart, for this is not just a casual message. This is life and death. This is warning and blessing. This is inheritance and exposure. My child, when your family member passed, you wept. You wondered if they were safe, if they reached heaven, if they carried regrets. You whispered to the stars. You searched for their face in your dreams. And yes, they heard you. Yes, they saw you. Yes, they answered you in ways you didn't always recognize. But today, they are louder, more insistent, because what they carry for you must be told now. Heaven says they tried to warn you before about someone close to you, someone who smiles but hides a knife, someone who calls you family but whispers curses behind your back. And you did not want to believe it. But heaven says, your Archangel Michael says, you have been too trusting, and though your heart is pure, some in your own bloodline twisted your trust and used it. The one who passed away saw it while alive, but could not stop it. Now from heaven they speak with authority, because God himself allowed their voice to cross the barrier tonight. They say, open suddenly, do not delay. Do not pretend you don't feel the truth. You already suspected, you already felt uneasy. I am confirming it. Yes, it was them. Yes, they did it. Yes, they tried to keep you blind, but heaven will blind them instead. My child, God says, this message is long because your destiny is heavy and your blessings are many, but so are the attacks. Your relative in heaven says they regret not telling you while alive, regret not protecting you more, regret the silence. But now they stand clothed in light, backed by angelic hosts, and their voice will thunder through your soul until you cannot deny it. They say, you are not crazy. The dreams you had of me crying, the sudden memory that haunted you, the unease you felt around certain people, it was all real. I was trying to warn you, and now, with heaven's permission, I can finally speak clearly. Listen, my beloved. The truth will set you free, but first it might shake you to your core. Be brave, be strong, for I am with you, and all of heaven stands ready to defend you as you step into this revelation. Archangel Michael says, I ordered you to open this. Now because you have been warned, and you must not ignore what is unfolding around you. Someone in your family, someone who has already passed away, is standing beside you in spirit, waiting with trembling urgency, longing to tell you something you must hear before time slips away. This message is not random. It is not coincidence. It is not just words. This is divine revelation flowing directly into your soul, placed in your path, so you may know the truth, so you may be prepared, so you may not fall into confusion when the veil is lifted. God says the unseen world has been moving around you more than you realize. When you sit in silence and feel that sudden chill, when you sense eyes upon you, though no one is there, when you feel as though whispers linger in the air just before you drift into sleep. These are not accidents. These are not meaningless sensations. These are the signals that a voice from the other side has been reaching toward you. God says, you have been crying out in your heart, longing for clarity, asking heaven to reveal what is hidden, wondering if those you loved who left this earth still see you, still hear you, still know your struggles. And now, as the heavens open this moment, the answer comes, yes, they do. They see more than you imagine. And one of them, with tears in their eyes, has pressed through the spiritual veil to stand behind Archangel Michael, asking that this message be delivered to you without delay. That is why Michael says, I ordered you to open this now, because delay would mean danger. Delay would mean missing the moment when your spirit is most receptive. Delay would mean allowing darkness to creep in and steal what heaven is trying to place into your hands. That is why this urgency, this holy intensity, burns through these words. God says, the one who has passed from your family is not resting in silence. They are awake, alive in eternity, and though their body lies beneath the earth, their spirit moves freely in the realm where no death can conquer. They see what you cannot see. They hear what you cannot hear. They know what has been hidden from you. And they plead that you open your heart wide enough to receive their cry. For it is not just about comfort, it is about revelation. It is about something you must know for your protection, for your future, for the alignment of your destiny. My child, God says, there is something about your name that has been spoken in secret places. The heavens heard it, and the shadows heard it too. The spiritual world is never still. It moves, it stirs, it whispers, it declares. And within it, your departed family member has seen conversations about you that you were never meant to know, but that God is now forcing into the light. They stand with Michael, who has drawn his sword, glowing with fire, declaring that deception shall no longer blind you. God says, the tears that you cried in the quiet hours when you thought no one heard were gathered, every sigh, every broken prayer, every question you whispered in your loneliness, they reached beyond the veil. And the one who loved you and left the earth heard them too. That is why they come now trembling, because they want to tell you you were never abandoned, you were never left alone, you were never truly forsaken. They are closer than you ever dared to believe. Your family member in heaven says you will be shocked, you will be shaken, but you will also be relieved because finally you will understand why things happened the way they did. Finally, the mask will fall. Finally, you will see who was with you and who was against you. My child, God says this is also about inheritance, about something that was stolen, hidden, or unfairly withheld from you. Your family member says, I could not stop them while I lived, but from heaven I see it. They took what belonged to you. They thought no one would know, but I saw and I carried it to God. And God said he will restore. You will not leave this earth empty-handed. What they denied, you will return sevenfold. What they lied about will be revealed in truth. What they covered will be uncovered. Archangel Michael says, this is why the enemy fought you so hard, why betrayal seemed to follow you, why doors closed at the last second. It was not punishment. It was preservation. God was keeping you from walking into traps set by those who wore your blood, but not your spirit. The one who passed says, you wondered why certain people never supported you. It was not because you were unworthy. It was because their hearts were jealous. Their tongues were poisonous. But heaven says, your worth cannot be diminished. Your light cannot be dimmed. Your destiny cannot be stopped. God says you are stepping into a time where secrets will not survive. Heaven is pouring truth like water, and every hidden lie will be drowned. The one who passed says, do not be afraid when you see this happening. Do not think it is chaos. It is cleansing. It is exposure. It is justice. And you are protected in the storm. Archangel Michael says, you must prepare your heart. Do not cling to people who will soon be revealed. Do not cry when God removes them. Do not run back when they beg for forgiveness. Forgive, yes, but do not return. The one who passed says, they showed you who they are. Believe them. They laughed when you were in pain. Remember that. They smiled at your tears. Remember that. But heaven says, your laughter will return, and it will echo louder than their mockery. My child, God says, this message must be long, because it must soak into your soul, breaking chains, burning lies, flooding you with truth. Your family member in heaven keeps repeating, tell them I am proud of them. Tell them they are stronger than they think. Tell them not to give up. Tell them I love them even from beyond. Tell them I am watching, protecting, guiding. They want you to know their love did not die. Love never dies. It transformed, grew brighter, purer, eternal. They walk with you, unseen but real. God says, the battle is not over, but the victory is yours. Michael says, the enemy trembles when you pray, when you speak God's name, when you stand in faith. And your family member says, I am cheering for you from heaven. I am shouting your name in the courts of angels. I am waiting for the day we embrace again. But until then, listen. Be strong. Stay awake. Do not let them trick you again. My child, you have been warned. You have been blessed. You have been chosen. Heaven is speaking clearly now. Do not delay. Do not ignore. Do not doubt. This is your time. This is your message. This is your sudden opening. God says, my child, if you believe in God, type Amen. My beloved child, listen closely, for this message is not arriving to you by accident. You are guided here, at this very moment, because the divine has placed a burden in the spirit world for you to hear and receive. God himself has sent this whisper, and Archangel Michael has stepped forward as the guardian and protector of your soul to ensure that you do not miss it. You have been warned in love and urgency. Archangel Michael says with his mighty voice, I ordered you to open this now. This is not a coincidence. You have been called to hear the unseen, to feel the eternal, and to trust what is not of this earth. Do not hesitate, for hesitation creates delay, and delay in this moment is dangerous. Open your heart quickly, suddenly, without fear, for the spirit that comes to you does not come to harm, but to reveal what was hidden. Do not be afraid, my child, for God has promised you that you are not alone. Even though the thought of hearing from someone who has passed may bring chills to your soul, you must remember that love never dies. The grave cannot silence the voice of one who still carries affection for you. What you thought was over is not finished. What you believed had been buried still lives in the realm of the spirit, and it is reaching for you right now. The voice that comes is not one of darkness, but one wrapped in God's holy light, protected by Archangel Michael himself. No harm shall touch you. No curse shall bind you, no shadow shall deceive you, because you are shielded under the mighty wings of heaven. You have been feeling it, haven't you? The strange weight in the atmosphere around you. The moments when you suddenly think of that family member. The times when tears flow without explanation, the dreams that feel too real to be ordinary sleep. These are not accidents. These are not your imagination. These are divine signs, signals that the veil between you and the spirit world is thinner than ever before. Archangel Michael has been watching, waiting for this precise moment to make sure the message reaches your ears. Because if you had ignored it again, your soul would have carried regret. The one who has passed is restless not because of pain, but because of love. They have something they could not finish saying in life. They have something that was left behind, an unspoken word, a truth that matters now more than ever. You were chosen as the receiver of this message because your heart is sensitive to God's whisper. You are not like others who dismiss signs. You are open, willing to feel, and strong enough to carry this truth. My beloved, God says you must trust him in this. The family member who comes through the veil is not coming to frighten you, but to strengthen you. They want to remind you that you are not forgotten, not forsaken, not left to suffer in silence. You have been crying alone, thinking nobody in your family notices your pain, but heaven has noticed. The soul of your loved one has noticed. Archangel Michael has noticed, and now the cry of your heart is being answered. Do you not see how perfectly timed this is? You are here reading these words because the appointed hour has struck. The spiritual clock has moved. The hidden door has opened suddenly, quickly, without you even planning it. The message has come. This is why Michael ordered you not to delay, not to push it aside. He is weeping when you ignore him because he knows what waits for you if you do not open the message. He knows the blessing that slips from your hand when you hesitate. That is why he cries and warns you with urgency. Open it now. The spirit of your departed loved one comes forward with trembling hands, with words they could never say while alive. They say to you, I am still here. I never left you. My body may have been laid to rest, but my love was not buried. I carried you in my soul even when you thought I was gone. Every tear you shed I saw, every prayer you whispered I heard. Every time you longed for comfort, I stood near, but the veil was too heavy for you to see me. Now the time has come. Heaven has allowed me to speak. Child of God, let your heart not fear. Instead, open it. Hear the truth that has been kept for you. Your loved one is saying, do not hold the guilt any longer. Do not torment yourself with questions of what you could have done, what you should have said, what you failed to do. Release the shame, release the regret, for I am not angry with you. I carry no bitterness, I only carry love. You must forgive yourself the way heaven has already forgiven you. God says, my child, I am sending you this truth because your future cannot be bound by your past. You are being lifted out of sorrow, but you must believe it. You must choose to open your hands and let go of the grief that you grip so tightly. Your loved one is free, and they want you to be free as well. The voice from beyond continues, I have seen the nights you cannot sleep. I have seen the burden you hide from others. You try to smile. They say, my dear one, I see how you've struggled. I see how you've fought to keep going, even when the world felt too heavy. I want you to know that your strength has not gone unnoticed. Every step you've taken, every tear you've wiped away, every moment you've chosen to keep living, I've seen it all. And I am so proud of you. You are braver than you know, stronger than you believe. Do not let the weight of what was left unsaid crush your spirit. The words we didn't speak, the moments we didn't share, they do not define our love. Our connection transcends the physical realm. It lives on, pulsing with the rhythm of eternity. I want you to feel it now, this love that death could not diminish, this bond that time cannot break. Release the what-ifs and the if-onlys. They are chains that bind you to a past that cannot be changed. Instead, embrace the truth of this moment. You are loved. You are cherished. You are never truly alone. Let this knowledge lift you. Let it heal the broken places within your heart. For in accepting this love, in allowing yourself to be embraced by it, you honor not only me, but also the divine spark within yourself. Archangel Michael stands guard, his mighty sword gleaming with celestial light. He speaks again, his voice, a thunderous whisper that echoes through the chambers of your soul. Child of the Most High, do you not see how precious you are? How carefully you have been watched over? How tenderly you are loved? This message comes not just from your departed loved one, but from the very heart of heaven itself. Open your eyes to the miracles that surround you, the synchronicities that guide your path, the unexpected blessings that appear in your darkest hours. These are not coincidences. They are love notes from the universe, reminders that you are seen, you are known, you are cherished beyond measure. Your prayers have not fallen on deaf ears. Your tears have not been shed in vain. Every cry of your heart has reverberated through the halls of heaven, moving the very heart of God. Now is the time to rise, to shake off the dust of mourning and step into the light of a new day. Your loved one smiles upon you from realms of glory, cheering you on, urging you forward. They want you to live, truly live, with the fullness of joy and purpose that was always meant for you. Do not dishonor their memory by shrinking back from life. Instead, let their love fuel you, propel you towards your destiny. Remember, the veil between worlds is thin, and love is the bridge that spans it. In your quietest moments, in the space between breaths, listen. For in that sacred silence, you may hear the whisper of your loved one, the rustle of angel wings, the very heartbeat of God. You are not alone. You have never been alone, and you will never be alone. This message comes with urgency because your time of transformation is at hand. The cocoon of grief that has enclosed you is ready to break open, revealing the beautiful, resilient soul that you are. Do not resist this metamorphosis. Embrace it, for in doing so, you honor not only your loved one, but also the divine plan for your life. Archangel Michael's voice rises once more, a clarion call to your spirit. Arise, beloved of God, step into the fullness of who you were created to be. The heavens rejoice over you, the angels sing your name. You are more loved than you could ever imagine, more powerful than you dare to believe. Trust in this truth. Let it anchor you in storms and guide you in sunshine. Your story is far from over. Indeed, the most beautiful chapters are yet to be written. But you must pick up the pen. You must say yes to life, yes to love, yes to the journey that lies ahead. For in your joy, in your growth, in your embrace of all that life has to offer, you bring glory to God and honor to the memory of those who have gone before. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. The time is now. Open your heart. Receive this message in its fullness. Let it wash over you like a healing balm, soothing every hurt, mending every broken place. For in this moment, heaven and earth unite. Love transcends all boundaries, and you are enveloped in the perfect peace that surpasses all understanding. Trust, believe, and step forward into the brilliant light of your destiny.